All right, everybody, what is going on? This is your boy Tig of Project Open Mic, and welcome to another episode of the Side Chat. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing really great. I know there have been horrible storms again in my neck of the neighborhood. We have tornadoes and stuff, so hope that you're not a part of that. But most of that worldwide, hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday. Hopefully, it's a payday for you, because it was a payday for me, so enjoy your weekend.
Yay!
But I hope you enjoy. Again, thank you for giving your time and your ears to spend with us as we talk about the usual stuff. So right now, I would like to introduce, of course, put the cast together. You can see me put the cast together. So, Mr. Tripp, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine, and as much as we'd like to give the benefit of the doubt to our president-elected Joe Biden, and
stop. President-elect, stop.
Yeah, well, I'll just say, hey, I'm trying not to make Trump look good, but Biden is making it very hard for me to do so.
Excuse me, but it's President-elect Kamala Harris, Vice President Joe Biden.
Thank you. Yep. I got
Well,
you.
I pitched it, and Kenoshi hit the home run.
All right. Okay. So so basically, Kenoshi, how was you? How you doing tonight?
Oh, Kenoshi Abominito, and takes a very rare person to fall upstairs rather than fall downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, you took in the joke. He basically took my joke away, man. You bastard. But yeah, we'll get to that per se, what we're talking about. But again, hopefully anybody else will join in when we have a guest. Because again, thank you guys from all y'all join us from Facebook to Tempo FM to YouTube to Twitch. Like I said, we're gonna be keep on expanding. So thank you guys for your time here. Like I said before. So first, let's talk about something. Let's talk about the This week was the week of the week where anniversary, which is a bad anniversary, but we got to talk about it. But this is the week where our smart and intelligent government of people told us that we should stop the spread of the COVID. We will have to stop everything for 15 days. Let's stop the spread. Let's make sure they're not crazy hospitalization and all that stuff for 15 days. And you know what? Right, this was the start of the scandemic, and people was looking, let things go away. Also, we had the infallible Fauci talking about, oh, don't go wearing a mask. Mask ain't doing nothing. It's a false sensor. This is all YouTube. This is all words Fauci said. Okay.
Just like a woman.
I don't need your soundbite, sir. Jeez. But it's all what Fauci said. So remember, he was like, oh, we don't need a mask. It's crazy. Give a false sense or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And now we're going to wear one mask, wear two. No, wear three. And I'm sorry. The reason I call it a scandemic is because the media and a lot of politicians held America, and a lot of foreign people too, because China held this country at a hostage to this thing, just so they could change all the rules and everything they can and get their way.
I thought they were holding the countries at a needle point.
No, I wasn't needle point, but just hostage, because the teachers union, again, not all teachers are bad. Just like when they say all cops are good, everything is not a perfect. And I don't need the teachers, but the teachers union, yeah, them pieces of crap. I will call them out for holding kids hostage, so because these kids are a lot of these kids have a lot of this mental disorders now because of this, and half of that is basically society, and half of it is because of what's going on. The reason I say that because I don't have kids myself, but a lot of people basically put the kids in front of making them super hype on just getting stuff so much that when you take away that stimulus of being with around your friends and all that stuff, they get super depressed, and sadly
Depressed.
a lot of kids kill themselves, which is horrible.
It's like, hey, we got a paycheck. Okay, we're going home back.
Yeah, because a lot of them was saying, "Hey, give us the virus first, because you guys would deem deem important,
Essentials.
and then y'all came with, well, hey, give us the vaccine, okay?" In Chicago, in California, and also as I learned from my a coworker of mine, because she's from that state, Virginia, in the section where she's at, they got the vaccine, and they still don't want to go back to school. In Chicago,
Wow.
they asked for $100 million. They got the $100 million.
What did they use it for?
I don't know, but they still ain't gone back. They got what they wanted. They still ain't went back to school. California, the guy, I showed a video about it, I think 2 weeks ago with you guys. I showed a thing with the guy, the head of the union was like, "Oh, we can't have these kids going back to school. It's dangerous." But he was caught dropping off his kid at a private school.
Private school, yes. What, you know what?
You can't make this stuff up.
California needs to be renamed the hypocrisy state.
Yep. Basically, we lost trillions of dollars in small businesses, and the big corporations that everybody always fighting for made trillions of dollars. So this was the biggest transfer of wealth in history.
And getting their stimulus on top of it.
Yep, you're right about that. And the biggest transfer in history that is just that messed up. And they again, your Jeff Bezos made money, the Walmart, the Lowe's, all these things corporations make a lot of money. And then, because let's be 100% honest, like I said, the media hold this as a hostage. I'm being straight honest. If the COVID pandemic never had happened, right, we would not have Joe Biden as president. No if or buts. Sorry, it wouldn't.
I still want to blame it on Trump.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying they're doing that, but I'm just saying if we didn't have this thing, because what would have stopped Trump from winning the re-election?
It's the China virus.
That's the only reason that's the only reason. Basically, that and how things were, whatever.
Yeah. I will say, and on top of that, Trump was the one who literally let the states, their own state, their own government, let them do what they do.
That's what but that's the Constitution. That's what you're supposed to do. Now that the Dems are in the party, now they're in control. They're trying to put everything to federal.
Well,
Constitutional. The state's supposed to take care of everything else. That's not a federal. That's why people say, "Oh, you go ban people from travel." He could ban people from traveling outside of outside whatever, but he can't tell a state what to do. That's the government. That's where you have that.
Yep.
But again, and then nobody, like I said, everybody's like, "Oh, the vaccines and stuff like that." Funny enough, which is it's so stupid. Again, like Kanoshi was saying at the beginning, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and just put it first black woman, blah blah blah. Get Kamala Harris in there. Let's get rid of it. It's going to happen. So just let's get rid of it already and just put it there. My scary thing about it is
they're biding their time for some strange reason. Do they really think that they're going to be able to keep Biden stable for the next 2 years? The presidency is one of the most stressful jobs on the planet. And this guy is he's a dementia patient, and putting a dementia patient on under this much stress is probably going to, as we've seen, make things worse a lot faster.
Yeah,
so do they really think they're...
Yeah. I
think it's like for some reason these people are a bit of a sadist, and they just want to see that train wreck go very, very slow.
I doubt that. That is not for them. I don't think so. don't think them for
They
the
don't want
Democratic.
to, even though they look like fools, they don't want to completely look like,
Yeah.
they want to have some kind of confidence. They want people to have some sort of confidence in their leadership.
It was like, oh, wait, can't push the button yet.
Yeah, but
So,
go ahead.
for some reason they're holding back. I'm not even sure why.
But we know Kamala Harris is going to be, like I said, we were saying that before, even thinking in front about it. People's like, oh, first. And again, remember this. Kamala Harris was the first one to drop out. And also, she never got not even a delegate. You would think, oh, for all the people, oh, the Democrats without the black people. Not one delegate went to Kamala Harris. Not one.
You can see how poisoned she was. And still is.
And they made, and because it just like how it was Hillary getting time to be president in 2016, Kamala Harris was the one to be pushed out, and they salvaged it by putting her as the VP.
I know. They I know that people, a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but they're all, they're obviously afraid of something, because I figure at least around April, they would have just ripped the Band-Aid off. Biden would just make a speech how he's resigning. And that,
we'll see. We'll see. April ain't here yet.
Take over.
Yeah, April ain't here yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because doesn't he need to be the president, the quote unquote president, for 3 months before he can, before anything can happen, before either the 25th
first quarter?
No, not really. That I looked up, I didn't see that because again, if it said that the president got assassinated or incapacitated, you're gonna be vice president, gonna be president no matter what. So I don't think that should be that part of it.
I thought maybe they had to wait. He had to wait 3 months before he can just.
Now that I looked again, I could be wrong, but I remember you brought it up a while back, and I looked at it. I didn't see none that points towards that. But if anybody could show me that, then I'll at least be saying what I just said, because I'm not.
I'm not talking about assassin. I'm just talking about Biden. Just
no. I know you're saying. I got what you're saying. I've not seen nothing like that. But again, I didn't look into it like I look into most of my other projects when I'm going full hard at it. So I do not know the answer. I'm just saying.
I remember hearing something. I think I remember hearing something like that on the Armstrong Getty show a while back.
Okay, well, but if like I said, without hearing it, I'll see. But my point is, we'll wait and see what happens. Okay, yes. But we know, like I said, just rip them. Okay, she already talking to the daggone to the international leaders, and some of them already done say, "Oh, where's Biden? Are we getting you? Okay, well, we don't care." Because literally, again, that conversation with Iran is crazy to me. Let me get this straight. I never understand why Obama did this, but people would think, oh, that's a good idea. That was a horrible idea. You can't defend this. They want to create a nuclear weapon to destroy people. You said, I'm gonna give them the money, so they don't have to do it. But how would you stop them from you? And you can't go inside to see if they're not just doing the thing. So how? It's one of their It's one of their goals that they want to do.
It's like giving them.
Hold on.
Oh, we got someone here.
Yeah, Anderson joining, and say making sure he was overpowering everything. I'm trying to see if I can change a little bit on it. Okay, but wait a minute, Trip. So you gave Iran $800 million. No, it was 2-some billion. I keep forgetting numbers, so I'll apologize for that. But we gave them a ton load of money. We flew it in on planes. It was on pallet stacks. We gave it to Iran. And what do you think they did? Oh, wait, what they did? They still kept on making nuclear weapons. No, duh. So Trump was like, yeah, it's a stupid deal. We pulled us out of that deal. Now Kamala Harris is now telling Iran, hey, we're going to jump back into the deal. We're going to give you more money. And Iran's like, we don't care. We're going to still do what we got to do. No, don't build your weapons. We're going to give you more money. We don't care. We just don't care anymore. So it's like the whole deal was just stupid from the get-go. Who set up that deal? Who speaked in Obama ear to make that happen? Because that negotiation was dumb.
I mean, you are literally giving this country money in a way, in other words, you basically funded them.
No, basically, don't forget, Clinton gave North Korea nuclear material so they could have nuclear energy, so they could be helping the people. Well, they don't do that; they use it to make weapons.
Either.
So, surprise how that worked. Oh, go back to Dell. What is it? Charlie Wilson, who gave the Afghanis weapons so they could stop Russia, but of course that became the Taliban. Funny how, hey America, stop messing with people's stuff. Okay, how's that? I'll just say that. Seriously, you make your own enemies. That's what y'all do. I think that's what and I think that's part of the military complex. They want to make their enemies so they can keep on taking money from
fighting.
Yeah. Because remember, during the news came with Syria, they told they did not believe that Trump would have ever got those 3-piece treaty deals, and they lied to Trump about Syria so they could keep fighting. And then I was like, wow. And they came up there, yeah, we lied, but we didn't think his ideas would work, but it worked.
Again, trying not to prump up Trump, but that's exactly what has been happening and still is.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. So like I said, I like what Kenoshi said. Basically like I said, just rip the bandit off. Just make Kamala your president and get it over with. Get all the stupid.
But it hurts. Might as well take it slow. So
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I already don't rip my band-aid. I already know it's gonna happen. So hell, let's go. I already know it's gonna happen. I already got my pain. I'll tell you this. I'll say this. Now, I say this all in real, and I mean it, but I'm saying. But I don't know how nauseating would it be when it really does happen, because I know they're gonna put up the first black woman, blah 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 blah. Oh my! I'll be like, oh stop.
Even though she said from her own mouth that she's
an Indian. I know.
Indian.
Well, they can still play the whole woman of color crap, so that's gonna again.
Of course.
Just like they say with Meghan Markle. Again, you look at that woman. I do not see black. She's quarter black. I don't see black.
And that's not being offensive to quarter black from Steven Crowder.
I think he has more. He has more backbone than her. Okay.
Yep.
It's so weird that the poor UK. I feel bad for you guys because y'all basically been heaped upon this woman crying. A woman who's rich, who lives in a $14 million mansion, talking about, oh, the world's me, whatever. You're a prince. You was a former princess. You have gotten more things than when you was being an actress. But woe is me. I'll get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense.
It's like you had the power to actually make change. You just have to wait it out. But oh boy.
I had as Micah, who's another person a part of the program, but he's in UK himself, saying about I just wanted to get out of here. Something I had to but people found out because I got to call Uber. I'm like, you're a princess. They literally people who wait to drive you anywhere you want.
I'm literally face palming.
Lady, yeah. Again, and Oprah being what she is, again, sorry, I will respect her for how she made her money, but I don't respect her as much as because she's faltering all this other stuff. She follows the same thing. The reason why she did it is because she's exactly like Kate Middleton when she did that interview long ago, where she's like, even if I got a person make like by her words, a poor white man has more privilege and still could get on better in life than me, who's middle class. You crazy. You crazy. I pass a lot of white people who are drug addicts, who are bums, who are lazy, who are on the street. I don't think looking at them, I'm like, I don't think they got that privilege. And maybe we need to tell Oprah to come and help him along or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know why people care about the prince and the princess and the king and the queen. It's like, we abandon monarchs. So, I mean, especially here in the United States, we One of the reasons the United States was created because they were tired of monarchy.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. No, we don't care about it, but the news media will force it down your throat. That's the difference.
It's a distraction.
That could be that too. True.
Psyops.
It could be that too. No, I cannot lie about that part. But it's just, I don't care for it. I really don't care for it. And sorry about that. Long week, but yeah, I don't care for it. But whatever. So I said this, like I said, and now they keep on pushing the scan there. A lot of states are opening back up. Thankfully, people are getting vaccinated, of course. And again, for those out there who watch the show, because we got a couple of people in here, of course.
Do you guys trust the vaccine?
No.
Middle ground.
I'm just waiting and see.
I'm just waiting and watching. And watching.
Am I I want to take the vaccine? No, I'm not going to.
Gonna see what happens to the canaries.
My coworker, she took the vaccine. She took one of the 2 doses, and she said that that day her arm had hurt and she was super sleepy.
I've been hearing stuff like that.
But I mean, that's not death, so I can't say nothing. That it happens. It happens. Some people have bad reactions to all kind of vaccines, polio, all kind of different vaccines they have to take when you're young. Everybody have different effects.
Yeah, I mean, I had the swelling problems when I was younger with certain vaccines. I mean, that just happened. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just think this vaccine just came out way too fast.
Well, it came out way too fast, but here's the thing, though. I agree with you on that. But I got to give it up to, because people's like, the vaccine is doing this and doing that and all that stuff. And now you got people say, oh, we got to thank Joe Biden. No, you got to thank the former president. He's the one who removed all the red tape. And to think, if you remove all the government red tape, things can happen.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know anybody that's died from the vaccine, so
no,
can't be that terrible. I mean, medication, you're gonna have side effects or whatever. It's just I guess the way the media's been treating it, some of the stuff I've been hearing about, you gotta get a vaccine card in order to try. But at the same time,
that's despicable. I don't want that.
I mean, that is really dumb. But at the same time, like the idea of taking the vaccine to go to a foreign country doesn't necessarily bother me that much because you got to take vaccines to go to foreign countries.
You know what's funny? As much as what's going on, and people always say, "Oh, America's stupid," and European, all these people are smart, and blah blah blah. A lot of European countries, because again, multiculturalism never worked. Their vaccines over their situation over there is way worse because of so much bureaucracy, they cannot communicate well. So I think what France is going to be shutting back down. The only country that's not shutting back down that was a part of the EU because British is UK. The United Kingdom is the only place that's staying open. But France, Germany, Italy, they're closing back down. They're shutting back down because a lot of people are dying crazy. It's still an older nation with older people, so it is not that. And then they can't get the vaccine to the people quick enough because they're too much bureaucrats.
And their healthcare is terrible. A lot of those countries,
except for Sweden.
But yeah, you have a lot of insurance to choose from in Sweden. You have more options versus.
Well, again, I said before. I've said before. It was weird how that stopped. Just like how Bernie said, millionaires are billionaires. I remember when Bernie said, "Let's look at Sweden." At first I was like, "Yeah, it is communist, whatever." I literally said, "You know what? Let me prove Bernie Sanders wrong." You know what? He was right. I went and looked at his stuff. Also, we had a person who was from Sweden we used to talk to at nighttime when we used to be at a night job. Peter, that was his real name. So,
Dragon go, think a Prista.
Yeah, but the people don't know what you're talking about. This is different. This is not the gaming channel. So, but Peter, and he was telling what's going on over there, whatever. So I get that. So we had somebody in there who living and tell us stuff, and I was like, oh, they have 200 different types of insurance. Yes, you're still mandated to get insurance, but at least you have a choice. Not like in America, where you only have 5,
which
and they
they
rip
barely
you the hell
compete.
off. Yes, they
Yeah,
barely compete and they rip you off. Exactly correct. So I was like, okay, yeah, you know what, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, you're correct. We need to have a system like the Swedes. Have anybody heard Biden said, Bernie Sanders say anything about that ever again? Just like the millionaires. Nope.
I'm like, ever since a representative of Sweden was basically saying, Sanders, don't use us for your social stuff.
Because Sweden is capitalistic, but people don't know that.
Yes.
They do have a high welfare system, but not the welfare like America. They don't just pay out money for bums and people, and people will get upset when I say that. I'm sorry, but majority of people on welfare live off of welfare. They don't do nothing else. Sorry. And I'm gonna get back to that topic to the show what I showed last night. But a lot of people in Sweden was on welfare. Yeah, they work and they do stuff, and also they don't have a lot of lower class people coming in, taking their jobs and all this stuff. So it's a different society over there. And also they we call it they're all the same. I know it's homogeneistic or
Homogeneous?
Homogeneous?
Homogeneous.
That's what it is. Sorry. Thank you, Anderson. Homogeneous. They're a homogeneous society. They're not a mixed in pot like America. So no. Not really. So yeah, it's just weird how that works out with that. But they're going through some horrible stuff like that. And bringing it all together with the stuff last night. Again, I forgot the lady's name, but for that lady who I showed last night about the whole guide tour thing, again, you don't get a golf clap. You get. I wish I had a button for a round of applause.
All right.
Cause you.
She sued.
You are my superhero. I look up to you, cause she fought the government. She fought the law, and she won. Thank you.
On First Amendment.
It was First Amendment rights. I said it in the video. That's stupid.
Yep.
You had to take a physical
license.
You had to be, first of all, you have to get a license. You have to take a historical, which is whatever, test.
And from
college. Hold on. I'll explain out. You have to take a college-style historical test. 1, 2. You had to get drug tested. 3, you had to have a physical, and 4, you had to pay $100 for the test. So if you fail the test, that's how they make the money. Just to be a freaking tour guide. Are you kidding me? A tour guide. Wow.
Man.
All that to be a tour guide. And the freaking politician was like, well, we want to make sure that everything's correct and nobody says anything cringy. That's not your job.
But then on the answers on your test doesn't even. You know what? Never mind. You keep on going. Keep on going.
Like I said, it didn't reflect what it does. It's so stupid.
Don't a lot of these places just let the people take down their statues and monuments now?
I know, right? I got you saying that. But that was crazy. So the story goes like, and again, you want to watch this? What is on Project Open Mic episode 32? You could check it out. Last night's show. Or
check out where it came from, John Stossel.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yes.
That. Yes, because anyway, but yeah, you can check that out. You can check out John Stossel to have he goes because he's a libertarian who goes through a lot of this stuff as well. So I used Twitter's clips last night, and I do support him financially because I said, you know what, I want him to keep on exposing this stuff, so I do donate to John Stossel. But point taken, that she basically was going to she got sick, so she couldn't do the physical. So the government told her, well, good luck. You can't. You
find another job.
Find another job, and she was like, wait a minute, I gotta find another job. Yeah. Or you could sue us. Well, she did exactly that.
Yeah.
She sued them.
You know what?
She did what everybody should be doing right now. Sue the government.
Yeah, you know what? That was the first mistake of that government. Actually telling her to go sue.
Well, I mean, it wasn't easy, but you have to have the right money and everything to do it. Let's be honest, because even in John Stossel, they said how long it takes months, sometimes years, with these lawsuits and stuff. Kind of making it a freaking cesspool to go through this stuff. So that happened, and she won. And then that same group that came together went to Washington D.C. and sued, and they won. Freaking guy was like, "You can't give a tour." I took the bar. I'm like, wait a minute. He took the bar, and which is ridiculous that somebody had to, you're a lawyer and you still had to do that to get in Washington D.C., which I'm not surprised how corrupted as hell. I'm like, you crazy. So in Washington D.C. and in Atlanta, Georgia, that law got stricken, and I love the politicians saying about, well, we didn't control everything. What a stop. He was lying. Oh, he was lying. He was lying right into your face. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
To be a tour guide. So think about what people say about look how much jobs can be created if people just let them do job. I don't want them to be
no restrictions.
I was gonna say I want a little restriction. I don't want to see you have to have a lot of restrictions, because let's, like I said, try to be as balanced as you can.
Okay, listen, as little as restrictions as possible.
But you regulate a lot of stuff. You regulate a lot of stuff, because it needs to happen. It's crazy that you got to go to school and stuff and college and stuff to go and to wash hair. Are you kidding me in a salon? That's stupid. That's stupid.
You might cut somebody's head off if you're not. You might accidentally peel somebody's scalp away.
Exactly. So they're stupid. Or the cut hair. Well, the only reason I said it in that order because it's what happened. If you gotta go to school, college or whatever, get your degree, then get your license to be whatever it is, then you go to work, then you have to work in a salon. And of course, the lowest totem on a salon before you get anywhere close up to do hair and everything is to what? Wash people's hair.
Yeah.
You gotta go through all that, spend all that money just to wash people's hair. That's ridiculous.
They just want all your money. They don't care.
No, they don't care. They don't care. And it is a video I did already. I got one video done. You'll be seeing it Tuesdays, because again, Tuesdays, I did one Wednesday, which was the Grammys. Thank you all for watching that and stuff like that. But the one, there's a video I already did with this young man. And again, popular YouTube, he knows how to make money. That's not the problem. And I'm gonna have to make sure I put set up the stuff the way when I put the video to go live, because I need a couple links. But he knows how to make money. He could make $65,000 in 3 months. He knows how to make money, and I've seen his skill. He got good skills, so I'm not denying it. Problem is, though, his spending habits is horrible.
Oh no!
You make six. You go. People are like women say, I want a man who makes 6 figures. Yeah, but you could still be broke.
Well, I was you want that, and at the back end that he actually keeps most of that money.
Exactly. He makes 6 figures and he still was broke. High debt.
Who?
The name of the YouTuber is called The Strongest Director. And he makes music videos and stuff. He won Emmys and Grammy. He's won stuff. He just his spending habits is horrible. That's just what it is.
Let me guess. Drugs and woman, cars, shoes.
No. Just in the cars. In the car. Cause the car he's driving, anybody could buy. The problem is that because he has bad credit, he has to pay. He has to pay $550 for a Chevrolet Impala. I'm like, because his interest rate is 29%. What? I was like, you crazy? 29%?
My brain just shut down.
That is, oh my gosh. I bought my car and my interest rate was 2.4. 2.4 compared to 29. Again, He makes more money than me. I'm not denying that, but his spending and saving is horrible. Now he's learning a little bit. The reason I say that is a Photoshop in time. He's learning more and more because a bigger YouTuber who does financial whatever you could kind of say roasted him. So he took that advice and he's doing some stuff better now. He ain't there yet.
Alrighty.
He's not there yet. But
well, at least he's learning because he could have taken the other route. Actually, having a fissy fit against that other YouTuber. Yeah, okay, so he does use his brain other than financial gain.
It's not, and so so it's like trying to say, no, he's not on drugs. No, he ain't into women.
No, you just took out the easiest answers, but I digress.
Yeah, it's basically he took loans to do certain things, not knowing what's going on with them. His like I said, his credit score is not great, and he just likes spending money on stuff. He said, I mostly spend money on expensive stuff more than spending thing. His mother and father was frugal, and he was one of those kids. He's the outlier that if the parents teach you how to use money right, he just felt like, I felt so straight. And when he saw $160,000 and stuff like that, he's like, I can make this whatever, and he just let it go. Technically speaking, I have a friend just like that. She makes a lot of money. She makes a lot of money right now. She makes six figures. But when she got out of college, she made a lot of money, but she never had that rein pulled in. And according to her, the person who took care of her basically didn't have that same thing too. So when she was good, when you were young and she made that money out of college, she was good. But because she didn't have that rein in, put herself in trouble.
Oh.
So you could make six figures and still go paycheck to paycheck. It does happen. So people need to know about that. But that topic goes into another topic now, which is this is what I was trying to tell. So this is what I was telling you, Trip. So I'm gonna let you know. I didn't tell you what happened. So right now we already know we passed the stimulus. Now basically America's $30 trillion in debt. Who
Yay! More debt.
I know. Who saw that? Oh wait, I forgot. This guy did. I said that's gonna happen.
I had my suspicion. I'm like,
I had my suspicion. I know that was going to happen.
Yeah, me was looking from the outside. I'm like, yeah, you getting all that money. Who's going to pay for it?
Inflation and us.
Exactly. Because you're certainly not doing any exportation.
When do we start dragging these politicians out of their cozy houses?
Hey! We don't want no problems on this channel. Please stop that soon. Okay. The Autobots are out there. They search for words. Okay.
Shields at the ready.
Exactly. But the funny part about that is who saw that coming? I did. And then people was like, I remember a person telling me, what was it? The taxes ain't gonna go up.
Yes, they will go.
Now people are saying this is the biggest tax hike in 30 years. Again, who saw that coming?
You did see that coming? Oh, sorry.
This guy did. Again, I saw that coming. I literally did a video about it.
Yep.
From the beginning to the end, I talked about it. It's called again the true evils of taxes on Project Open Mic channel on YouTube. Go check it out. I talked about how income tax go for how that whole thing will work. And people need to, and people was like, again, you young kids, stop saying we need to tax the rich, because the rich don't never pay the taxes y'all want.
They always get that loophole.
And they get a loophole, or they found a lobbyist. That's why I showed an example in the last night's show, and also in that same video I talked about this guy, how he got a lobbyist so he would not pay $2.3 million. They know how to get around. Again, I'll say it easily. You think Chuck Schumer, who's rich, Nancy Pelosi, who's rich, Maxine Waters, who's rich for some great reason, but they all them were rich. $100 million these people own, like Hillary Clinton and all them. They're gonna tax themselves? Are you crazy? Who gonna tax themselves? Please, find me the person who will tax themselves. Please find that person. If that person is not mentally, don't have the mental fortitude or have a problem, I want to talk to that person.
Yeah, it's like they must be very charitable, which I don't think so.
Warren Buffett, who again I give an example. Warren Buffett, I was like, oh, Warren Buffett, I pay less in taxes than my secretary. One, that's a lie. Two, he's talking about percentage. Yes, he pays less percentage in taxes than his secretary, but he pays way more in money than his secretary would ever do in her lifetime. Ever. 60% of $1 billion is more as money than 33% of $100 million. Okay.
Literally.
Literally, yes. So when people say that, it's like, what are y'all talking? And again, I just finished doing my taxes. At the end of each tax paper, it says, do you want to give the government money, blah, blah, blah. And to North Carolina State, you guys get the balls. I got a little bit of refund. A little bit. For the first time, I got a refund from North Carolina State. I never really get a refund. They come to me about, oh, do you want to take that refund and give it back to us to do this? And I'm like, get the out of here. Are you kidding me?
Look, why would you even ask me that question?
My point is they could do that.
Just for the audacity.
Yes. That's crazy. They're like, do it for the wildfire fund. Where my taxes going? My property taxes. You raised it up this year. You're going to something. Something for something party. I can't remember. I said I didn't even no money to no politician. Oh, and then the last one was give it to the teachers. Wait, most of the property taxes when they break the property taxes down and your vehicle taxes down, and you see the pie chart, it literally says how many goes towards its schools. So no. And
even though the school's not doing any better.
Thank you, sir. That's what you said.
I'm surprised Anderson didn't say anything.
You hear that noise?
Gotcha. Okay, then I said it for you.
That is true. I don't think I have it up here. Do I have one?
Be right back.
Gotcha.
Oh, and when I said school, I mean government-funded schools.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, trust me, man. I got a story about a government-funded school in Washington D.C. Oh, not one but two schools, and they're pieces of crap, and the parents also are pieces of crap. I want to see something here. I want to show something without, hurting my situation. I don't think I have it. I want to show evidence of the thing with is it in here? To show you what I'm talking about. Because again, and also people's like, oh wow, we give you what was it? They're like, oh, the taxes and everything. Okay, the taxes and everything. Oh, here it is. I got it. I found it. Oh crap! I don't know how I could block it without showing, address and stuff like that. Because they show you a pie. I can't. Okay, all I can tell you, right?
Any way you can redact?
I can't redact it online to show them. But this is like, I'm talking about, you can't see that well, but these are tax. This is where you do your vehicle tax, not property tax. I ain't got a property tax. I got a vehicle tax, right? Out of all the money that goes towards school, 23.75% goes to the schools. The next biggest one is so the first one is public schools, and then the next one says general schools, which is 3%. So 23.75 goes to the schools, and another 3% goes to the schools. Then it goes to then the next one is 1.75 goes to the fire department. 1.65 goes to the police department, and then after that, it's like everything is below 0.% going to everything else. So it goes towards the schools and everything.
And the teachers' unions, especially.
Well, in your state, which is really run by the teachers' unions, yes, that is true. That is crazy how much taxes go to them. So no, I'm not giving. And my refund this year is $116. So yeah, no, I'm giving my money back. And also, North Carolina is one of those states. I don't know anybody else with a state like mine. North Carolina is one of those states which is, this is despicable. Excuse me. I apologize for that. If you get taxes, if you get a refund from the North Carolina state, you know what they do next year? They said that was income, so they tax it back. They tax it again.
Ah,
Hell,
what the hell?
man. So that's to me is just bad. That's just bad. Okay, it's just bad.
What
So
kind
you're
of?
telling me I gave you too much money, all right? You gave me back, so you gave me back the money that I made to say, okay, hey, well, you made too much money, so here's your money back. But that was income, so we're gonna tax it more. The
That is
frig, man.
so much hogwash right there.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It literally is.
I bet not even the queen would. You know what? I'll take that back.
Got you. So that's that craziness right there. Okay. Now, and again, like I said, they don't. People they talk about the income tax and all that stuff. There are other taxes the way they could tax you. One, they could raise the sales tax. Some states have already done that without people knowing. They could raise your property tax. I know about that one because how crazy the story how my property tax went up is crazy. But I don't like it.
Out of the blue.
Again, last year I paid out $1,200. I'm rounding down, but it's 1,200 and something. But $1,200 I paid for property taxes last year. This year I'm paying $2,400. 100% increase. Yeah, they know how to get money.
And I bet they don't even give you a reason why.
Oh no! I know the story. I know the story.
Okay.
It's Buckus. I know the story. I don't think I ever did tell the story like fully. I think I gotta go back to my emails because I saved the story and I want to wait. Long story short, the story was basically this: in 2018, when we had the election, we voted. Our tax cap for North Carolina was 11%. So somebody put on the ballot. I don't know who the person is, but I'll shout out to the person who did it. I loved it. Put that we should cap the tax cap for us for citizens should be 7%. At the time, it was 5%.
Oh, right.
It was 5% at the time. So we voted for it. It passed. A judge said that was unconstitutional, and most of North Carolina's middle assembly and everything's run by Democrats. And
of course.
They saw that happen. I'm just telling the true facts. That's you can hate me all you want, but that's the fact. So they saw. Wait a minute. Oh crap! These people are getting smart. This bill passed. So when a judge said that was unconstitutional, which was BS, I voted that judge out, but I did not check back to see if he got his seat still back on that. But I voted him out because I was like, you are full. He not only did he, and he's a black man, so I don't give a rat's, but he did that. Plus, he said voter ID laws, which passed twice, not once, twice. He said that also is unconstitutional. I'm like, what?
Bullock. Sorry, excuse the language.
Oh, it's bad.
Don't these people use the Constitution as toilet paper?
Basically.
Apparently they do.
So, because they found out that people are getting wise to this, what did the politician did? You think that'd be nice to say, okay, it was 5%, let's raise it to 7%. Let's raise it to 8%. Nope. They raised it to 10.1.
10%.
I don't even know why they even throw in the 1%. They were that greedy. I'm surprised they just went straight 11%. Just go right. Just hey, you already bent me over. Well, I know that it's not a big leap now, but I'm just saying this is the bigger leap. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a big leap now to go 11% because that's the cap. They can't go no higher than that.
If you want to make it in this world, just become a corrupt politician.
Basically, but I mean, you already don't bend me over. Just go right ahead. That's why I said the rich will stay rich, the poor will keep fighting for their crumbs, and the middle class is gonna get effed over.
Look at please use the spit.
But that's how. So people keep on forgetting income is not the only way they could tax it. And also with the stupid minimum wage dumbness that people keep on passing around with that nonsense. Your employer is not paying $15 towards you. They pay more than that because they have payroll tax. They have to pay taxes to get you to work to the government. How stupid is that?
Yeah.
You cost the company way more than your wage does.
Why do you think they don't want amnesty for illegal immigrants?
And our favorite politician. And again, I give her props on one thing only so far. She's one person right now fighting Biden on the whole illegal immigration thing with the kids and stuff now. AOC. I give her a golf clap. At least you're consistent on that. I give you that.
Yep.
I give you that. $15 minimum wage, another flopper, because she's like, back in the day, minimum wage, if you take minimum wage back in the 50s, and with inflation, it would be $24. That is true. That is true. Here's a problem, sweetheart. If you also apply if you apply that to not only the minimum wage,
but everything else would be more expensive. Would be more expensive.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. So stupid.
Maybe the lesson isn't. Maybe the lesson isn't how minimum wage hasn't kept up with inflation. Maybe the lesson is how little the dollar, how
inflation has overpowered everything.
Yeah, how little the dollar, how much weaker the dollar has gotten.
Yeah,
over the
that's
years.
what I said. How inflation is making the dollar weaker than it needs to be.
Yeah,
we had to have inflation. It's slight, but it's sneaky. We have not have the market correct for inflation yet. We have not, and it's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming. And like I said, I'm gonna tell anybody out there.
Sit down.
Save your money. No.
Yes.
Save your money. Why? Because I am not no guru. I am not no. Look, I am. I can tell you, I'm a business person because I run TT Records. I'm a musician, and I went to school to get architecture, and I have 2 degrees in architecture, associates and a bachelor's. All right, but I can tell you this: a market correction or a crash, as people will say, is coming by the end of this year or sometime sometime mid next year. A crash is coming. We can't keep these numbers running like this. We can't. The stock market never had a major correction, and the housing market right now because the emporium going on with the whole you can't get people out of houses and stuff like that. Oh, that's gonna come to head. And still, we still have the $1.2 trillion student loan and the pensions. We have so many bubbles that's blowing up so much. They're gonna pop. And the scary part about it, if one pop, it might. I don't know. I will hope it pops one by one. I hope it pop one by one, but one pop might cause a change reaction, like he just said, and pop all of them. And whoo, oh boy,
that's gonna be something. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Save your money.
Inflation and a depression all at once.
It's gonna be raining people, if you know what I mean.
Yes, it will. I know what you mean. Now when I can let it pass.
Yeah, I would caution to other countries that are maybe not non-US that what's the word I'm looking for? Not adapt. If those non-US countries are dependent on the US, yeah, don't be surprised you're gonna get hit too.
Oh yeah, and that goes to this to run it off. Like I said, the story right here. Which, the story.
Yeah, people don't.
Go ahead, Carlos, go ahead.
People don't realize that the Great Depression didn't only affect America; it affected the entire world, and this Great Depression is going to do the same.
And probably was.
Yeah, and here's the let me see if we can open this. I want to do this story. Okay. And let's open. And there's a story. I don't know if I'm gonna see if we can put it on the screen. I'm gonna try. See if we put it on the screen. Let's see. I have that one there. And this story right here is not gonna help the situation any better either. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Of course.
Let me see how they pop up. Put it over here. This story's not gonna be great, but here's the story. It's on the screen right now for people to see. And this is why I always say, people are stupid.
Why am I not surprised?
Individuals are smart. Be that smart individual.
Hasn't this happened before?
Not this situation. No, they not the way they're doing it because of how the stimulus money works. But yeah, part of it has happened before last year, but it's re-happening worse this time. And what Tripp's seeing on the screen, what the other guys can't see, so what you guys can see, I'm reading this. People are quitting their job because they got this stimulus money.
Going back to welfare, mate.
People across the United States are deciding to quit their jobs due to the stimulus checks hitting their bank accounts. On top of the $1,400 check for individual people, parents are eligible for another $1,400 for each of their children, and another $1,300 for the $1,300 for the child. For the child in earn tax credit. A family of four can rake in about $8,200 in one shot. This, of course, is a ton of money for people who have low-wage jobs and not used to having that amount of money at once. In addition to the large amount of cash from the check, people are raking in now due to the coronavirus relief package, their extension of unemployment insurance. People who are now unemployed are eligible for $600 per week into the unemployment payment. That equals $2,400 per month per month, which is $28,000 per year. The amount of money that would be low-income workers if they work full-time, which is what they would not get if they work full-time, no problem for that year.
Question.
Okay, why would you do that? $8,000. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Trip.
And maybe this is just me using simple sense, but
yeah, basically it is.
Like before you guys make that decision, have you guys already taken into account that all that money that you're gonna spend, you're not getting any more? As in, you quit your job, no income. What you're going to supply it with?
You might have a good thing this year, but next year, what are you gonna do?
My point. Well, I was more thinking of short term, but yes, my point exactly.
That is short term.
$8,000 isn't a lot of money. I mean, you might be able to get it by for a few months with it if you're frugal.
Yes.
But
no, but okay, you get $8,000 for 1 month. Then after that, you get $2,400 every other month because of the unemployment extension.
But then that's not gonna last. Yeah, that's not gonna last forever.
How many states are doing that?
It's a federal thing.
National thing?
Yeah,
it's a federal thing.
That's a federal.
Well, ain't nobody coming back to work where I work. If that's if they can take advantage of that.
They don't take advantage of that, but it caused another problem. So I'll read the rest of the story. In normal circumstances, if a person quits their job, they will not be eligible for unemployment benefits. The rules now, due to the virus, state that a person may be eligible for unemployment if they quit their job for a good cause. This, of course, is very vague and is up to whoever is the final say in making that judgment of a good cause.
What if your work decides, we're not paying it?
Well, we're not hiring you.
Here's the thing: the example most people would say is, I don't feel safe in your business because of the COVID, so I'm quitting. So they will be eligible to get unemployment.
Yes.
The incentive for low-wage workers is simply quit their jobs and not work is too obvious to ignore. What is the purpose of working when the government will pay you more to do nothing?
Again,
Question?
this is what I said. We're going back to welfare.
The short-sighted person taking government money and refusing to work makes all the sense in the world. But to those with a longer vision, this does not make any sense. First of all, the money a person receives from unemployment insurance and stimulus is finite. It will run out.
Thank you.
And when it does, in fact, run out, what will be the next course of action for someone who has abandoned their job? People who quit because of the stimulus money may want to return to the job that they had and before they have the extended quote unquote extended vacation. However, they might not have to factor in that completely open southern border and the threats from Congress to pass amnesty to most illegal aliens. Millions of people could flood the job market at once. That's true. So if there is a bunch of openings available, they would not be taking. They wouldn't. They were taking those for those who want to work, except for those who don't desire to work, and cuddle up to the government for with their printed money. So yeah.
Ugh.
Not surprised. And also, people need to understand too, when you make a decision like that, you might not have a reference. Well, you could say, oh, well, you have a gap between these years. Well, I used to work for Tommy's restaurant. Oh, okay. I'm going to call up Tommy's restaurant. Well, he quit on me. Oh, he quit on you. Oh, why? Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to hire you because you don't show you have good work history.
Not to, I mean, at some point, people, you're gonna have it's gonna be, the DJ is gonna play his last song, and the bartender is gonna call for last call. You gotta think beyond just today. I mean,
look, nobody's promised tomorrow, but hell, if you do live to tomorrow, you better make sure you have enough to take care for that next day. It's just how it works.
Might as well buy me a bike.
Don't worry about tomorrow, but don't make yourself oblivious to the fact that tomorrow's not gonna not gonna be here.
It's not
guaranteed. Yeah.
Every day it seems like just not tomorrow.
Yeah, but my point saying is that. And oh yeah, I forgot a part of that story. A woman, she's white, so let's say that. Took her stimulus money and bought fentanyl, and then her child found it and died. Ooh.
Oh no!
Her 2-year-old boy
A lot
found
of people
it
are gonna
and died.
A lot of people are gonna die, unfortunately,
because
you're gonna make a lot of.
No, here's the thing. A lot of people who get that kind of money don't have the fortitude, and I'm talking mental faculty fortitude to understand how financial things work. That's why the Pew Research has done. Anybody that's win the lottery has win the lottery. With 97% of people won the lottery within 7 years. In 7 years, they're back to being broke.
Yeah, they don't know what they don't know the value of money.
No, they do not. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. I still don't understand the whole story of this. I understand the story of it. But when I'm talking about, when I'm explaining it this way, like I understand the story of it, but I don't know who George Floyd's family gave $27 million. Who's the people getting the money? He wasn't married. He had multiple kids, places, baby mom. Who's getting that money? The mom, the brother?
Yeah.
Who's getting that $27 million? And I guarantee they're gonna be infighting. One. And
yes.
And let's see 7 years from now if they have the money.
I'll count 5.
Okay. There are outliers. Remember, there's 3% of people who do make money out of that research. 3% does keep the money.
Because they're the smart ones. Or to say, they actually use their brains. Thinking long term.
Yeah. I mean, hell, there was a woman in North Carolina. She won $188 million And what do she have anything to show for it? Nope.
Nope.
She kept on bailing out her loser boyfriend out of jail. Spent half of the money to get him out of jail. Not once, not twice, 3 times.
What? Oh no. I guess, yeah. Love is blind and brain dead.
That's stupid. I'm like, you went back to jail. I'm like, okay, you are my father for my child. You went into jail. You can run in there. Hell that. No.
Exactly.
No.
I'm like, okay. How can you have this bum actually learn from his mistakes? Keep bailing them out.
Yep.
That's the opposite.
Yep.
Why does it seem it's only the worst that seem to benefit these days?
To perpetuate.
True. True
Well,
that.
got to keep the narrative going. Yeah. Put some lube into it. Let it flow.
Okay. All right, sir.
You know, I know a lot of people who already took at least like half of that stimulus on weird things, from shoes to tattoos to, of course, betting. Bunch of lottery tickets.
Yep. That's how crazy that is. That's how crazy. That's crazy it is. But I mostly brought up the stuff for this. So I want to be nice. So again, Kanoshi, you say you had a topic you want to talk about. I didn't want to. I mean, it just flowed so easy. I'm sorry.
Well, I've been watching, some podcasts, and one of the trends now on YouTube is women pretending to have dissociative disorder, which is multi-personality disorder, which is a pretty rare disease, or pretty rare, not disease, but
Medical condition.
Medical condition. And they just catch me as people pretending to, children playing pretend, because they're either dissatisfied with their reality, or they're grifters, and just trying to make money off this nonsense. And there's other people that feed into it, that believe that they have these multiple personalities that they can just go out in and out of will.
Gaming the system, no responsibility.
So yeah, I guess, I don't know. I mean, once the whole thoughting stuff runs out, maybe you'll just see a bunch of women pretending to have various different mental disorders if they can't make it on OnlyFans.
I thought you gave up drama channels.
Nah.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised if to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. Or more like, no. Let me rephrase that. You would think individuals like these would you would actually see them do more cosplay.
It's not even that. They just go on about, they try to educate people dissociative disorder. They just, for whatever reason, they dissociate at will, rather than maybe they just don't have a lot of real relationships, or they don't have a lot of real connections, or they're just people that are just swindling people out of money, because it's just what they do. Some of these people do have some of these women do have OnlyFans, so it's all
Am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
Some of these women have OnlyFans.
Yeah, I would say to the ones that has OnlyFans, yeah, I would probably guess they would be the fakers, the ones who are gaming the system.
Yeah, it would be.
I talked to somebody that has a psychology degree, and she was telling me how it's It's somewhat disproven. Like like I was saying earlier, it's a very rare, very rare occurrence.
Okay.
I think to some degree that you wouldn't entirely know when you're switching or not in personality, but yeah.
Well, again,
Like,
well, I mean, just like there are people out there. I mean, look, just like the scandemic, there are people out there who are just gonna do certain things. Just gonna happen, and it sucks that that's what's gonna happen. Because I could guarantee you right now, the lady who got shot in Tennessee, her mom's gonna get hundreds of thousands of dollars because her daughter did played a stupid game and won the ultimate stupid prize.
Yeah.
People, a lot of
We didn't talk.
Go ahead.
We also didn't. Oh, actually, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No. Go ahead. I didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say. You mentioned that woman getting shot. Yeah, you didn't mention we haven't talked about the shooting that happened in Georgia a couple days ago with the guy going to various different Asian parlors and shooting them up.
Yeah.
Asian massage parlors and shooting them up.
He was the evil dude. I don't give mental illness to people like that. He was just crazy, and he was just.
Can you?
Yeah.
And it ain't no white
supremacist. Yeah.
Because he shot up white people and Asian people. So it's like, what the hell?
You know, they're not going to mention that part.
And this person has basically no connection of Orange Man bad. Because
he literally said why he did it.
Yes, and it's all about that. Let me stop right there.
And it's funny about it. Everybody should be focusing about what he said, which is bad. That again, and I've said it before, with the kids coming over from Mexico, most of those women that was in those parlors were sex slaves.
Yeah.
No surprise, right there.
Why don't we talk about that? That's the part, like I said, with the whole Joe Biden thing that takes me off. He and Obama is the one who built the cages. Even Obama and his wife lied to say Trump did, which is all a lie. I don't get how that thing is. I proved that on video. Who
built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages?
I already proved that on Project Open Mic already. But my thing of saying this was because, and now Joe is having more, that they literally are blocking reporters to get in to see the kid. Trump didn't do that, but y'all now remember transparency. That's what y'all said. Yeah. And now Biden's telling people that any reporters come to any of those facilities, block them. Don't let them get in there. Which is
now some of the report. I think I saw a report by ABC that's questioning the whole thing now.
So. Yeah, not because again they're stopping the reporters now, so they're like, oh, something ain't right here. And here's the bad part about this is, like I said, now that it's going that part. And the thing about that came about this situation is, it's bad how they handle it. I'll say that. But I know why they did it back when it was Obama in the first place. Because 66% of the children that came across the border was not the kids or the people they came with. That's why they separated them.
Yeah, and also what I didn't know until recently is that Joe Biden was, or should I say, the Biden administration are opening back some of the
facilities that Trump closed.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, Trump? I was like, wait, Trump closed those?
Yeah.
And now Biden is opening them?
Of course, like, yeah. I said that in my video, yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So like, again,
and also it's worse than it is now because they literally have kids now stacked on top of kids. They ain't had a shower in weeks, which is horrible and all that situation.
Overcapacitated.
Funny how that works because when Candace Owens went to one of the places, and again that's one, not all of them, but one of the facilities, the kids was playing video games, they were having fun, they were playing soccer out in the field, they were getting treated very well. Now you got them ain't bathing in the so quote unquote cages now and all that stuff. Funny how it works out, and Biden's administration are not letting them inside of those facilities to. Hell, not even the lawyers could get in there to talk about some of the stuff. Transparency, my foot. I know that was gonna again. That's why the last two shows was prove me wrong, literally, because I was everything I said was gonna happen happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, again, try not to make Trump look good, but this situation.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that too. I forgot about that story of the week. I forgot which I talked about. Remember, everybody's like, "Oh, Trump called the governor, the not the governor, the election official about finding a fraud to be a hero." Oh, by the Washington Post.
That was fake.
Now,
and that was all.
The reason I've said that because of my situation. I remember a person when that story came up. A person, it was a female, told me, "Can you believe what Trump said?" and stuff like that. I said, "You know what? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's Trump. I can see what you're talking about."
It kind of sounds like it's rhetoric.
But she was saying, "But no. I know. Basically, I in my mind, I already think if the news is saying it, is twisted. It's
yes.
So I know that. So when she said that, she said, "Oh no, what you said was crazy. I'm gonna send you the Washington Post. Who's talking about like Washington Post?
Washington Post.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Okay, I got a Washington Post. I read the article. I said something feels off here. That don't feel right. So of course, Trump, being like with Ukraine, released the video. I mean the phone call. I listened to the phone call. I was like, he didn't say that. He never said that.
And remember, they used that quote for the impeachment trial.
Yep. I showed that last night. Yeah, I showed the whole thing last night. So yeah, they use it for the impeachment trial. Yeah, but the thing was like they said that, and of course, what does the other news media do? Do they independently fact check it? Look, I'm not even a news journalist, and I went and looked at the damn thing to find out that he didn't say that. I said it back then. That's not what happened. This is not my job. I went and discovered that, yeah, he didn't say that. But USA Today, CNN, NBC, ABC, CNBC, all of them saying, this is New York Times, using the same quote, blah, blah, blah. He said this, he blah, 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 said this, said that. Well, lo and behold, 2 months later, of course, when the dust settles and everything, again, with the whole how they lie and stuff, again, proves the story, which I know I gotta finish. I know people say that I gotta finish the second half of that damn story. Trust me, I'm busy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I am busy. But the Time Magazine article makes more sense. Washington Post now came out saying, yeah, Trump never said that. Really?
I'm like, wow, that is some fortification. What kind of plaster is that? Because it looks like it's cheap.
Basically, they lied. No Sherlock. I know that was going to happen. And the thing that came about this is to that person. I said, he didn't say that. You think the Washington Post will lie? Well, listen to the audio. I'm gonna send you a link to the audio. You can listen to it and you tell me what you think. Oh, I gotta listen to the audio. I'm like, wait a minute. So you send me a link. I read your story. But you don't want to read. You want to listen to something I will send to you. See, you don't want to prove me wrong. Nope. They never want to do that. I gotta look at your evidence, which I say, okay, it's good evidence, but my evidence is much stronger. How about look at my evidence? Oh, I gotta look at evidence because I got my evidence. Oh wow, okay. And I can tell right now, I'm not really talking to that person because it's like, I already see what kind of craziness you're thinking up. So yep, I don't want you in my life. That's how it works. But that's the biggest story of the week, really. They lied again. This is not the first, the second, or third. Again, they lied again on the former president just to get their point across.
Yes, thank you.
People are going to believe what they want to believe. They keep doing all these mental gymnastics to avoid the reality in front of them.
Well, I just know one thing is that, a lot of my mom's friends who are, wanted Trump out so bad and wanted Biden in so bad, they're not saying anything on Facebook. Not a peep, not a word.
They'll post something, but nothing political.
Yeah.
Of course. Again, y'all wanted this man out because he hurt your feelings.
Things.
Yeah.
Now that you got this guy, Joe Biden, in, and everything I said that was going to happen, again, the problem is I have it on record because I got these shows. Everything I said was going to happen. I've not been wrong about none of them. I mean, I got to look at my batting average. I'm batting 1,000. Taxes,
Yeah,
the
baby.
border, the taxes, the border, how. Remember, I said once Joe Biden get in, the crawl, which is the thing that you see in the bottom, when CNN and News, they're gonna stop the death count. They stopped the death count, and now it's the how many people got vaccinated. Everything, all of that. I was right. I said that was gonna happen because I know how. I just know how these bad people. I don't want to say certain words. These bad people would be.
You know what? It's kind of ironic. I'm like you. Oh yeah. You individuals basically said that you do not want to take the vaccine that Trump is rolling out, like
Which you still
Johnson, like Johnson and Johnson. You got
because of that Kamala Harris was like, oh, I will not take no vaccine that the president says, which is kind of weird that you would say that being the vice president. Oh, but you did take the same vaccine that
yes,
so
very
stupid.
same one.
So dumb. And Joe Biden like, we didn't have no vaccines and they didn't have no plan. Joe, hello, Joe over here. You already took your shots.
Or the cure is not coming.
And you were not the president at the time when you took the shots. So somebody was giving you the vaccine. Freaking hell.
Yep.
Oh man, lying pieces of crap, baby. I'm telling you.
I'm like, wait. You Project Warp Speed is nothing?
I know, right? Funny how that works out, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right, like I said, shout outs to people again on Tempo FM and all the other channels, Twitch, Facebook, whatever, YouTube and stuff. Sorry about that, but yeah, got a good little chunk in here tonight. So let me just answer quick questions, cover the comments, and then we call it a night. So Goya Postwick from Poland. Let them quit. Let them spend it quickly. Let them eventually go broke. And any employer should fire them. Yeah,
They are broke.
But not rehire them.
Yeah. Rusty Shackelford from Germany. It is what the wealthy elite want. Everybody worshiping big government as their Lord and Savior, and to call the total control of people sheeple. Yeah.
I wish this person actually typed in, Lord Saberhole.
Well, Denise Shimoko from Germany. People are so stupid. People are so dumb. People are so boo ha ha ha, like Tom McDonald said. Basically, quoting Tom McDonald. Nah, it's like a laugh. The boo ha ha, the laugh.
I got it.
Taylor Gaston from France. This situation this situation truly worries me. People don't realize what we are in for, allowing the government this much hold over our lives. No, they don't. But like the other person said, they're sheeple. That's what it is.
Well, that's good. Fight the power and give me money.
Again, the lady, like I said, the lady who did it, who sued the government and she won, she's one of the outliers. I'm happy she did.
Yep. Give a standing ovation.
Exactly. Shigals Maxstans from UK. Okay, I hope I said your name. It's just the U, and it has the thing above the U. So hope I said it right. I'm a truck driver. I heard of this too. Many warehouse workers quit this week for what and didn't show up because because they were getting multi payments, they didn't need to work. This sickens me. This is what my brother was telling me happened to him in New York. Oh, so New York, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
in New
That's what's
York.
going. Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
the warehouse workers quit in
Well,
New York, but he's
well,
from there. That's what he said. That's his brother. That's what his brothers told him.
yeah. To the other warehouse that you have to get those packages. I hope you're being paid more since that you also have to work in the warehouse.
Yep. Matt McKee Mark McKee from Atlanta. Oh, again, thank you. Look, we getting a couple people who listen to the Temporary Fab from other that's in America.
Much
This is
appreciated.
this is free money. It actually makes any of our visitors folks look poorer. Printing money like this isn't good for a country long term. Well, yes, and it also ain't good for the people long term either. They're thinking short term. Literally, that's what they're doing.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. Cam, let's see, Makanoshi. Close to what your name was. I don't know. I may say it wrong. Makunouchi. Makon Ouchi.
Makonochi.
That's it sound like to me. I apologize if I butchered the name. I am apologize for that. But I like your is a good heavens. What have we done to these good heavens? What have these idiots done now? Tell you a lot about them. They sell for anything. They let once again they let the government leverage their work and control their future. That is true.
Basically, they let the government value their own lives.
Yep. Chris Mays from
Themselves.
Chris Mays from UK. When the pandemic first started out, I had guys that stopped coming to work. They were getting $900 a week from the government, and they normally made $500 to $600 a week with me. Completely f things up. I was working in New Jersey when this happened. When this happened, I had to go back home to my country, UK, because Americans are stupid. Kind of company went out of business. Not surprising.
No wonder.
No surprise. Smart on you, Chris Mays.
Yes.
Sorry, Mays. That's so stupid.
Yeah, because I'm been in the countryside now. Has more work incentives.
They're so dumb.
All we had to do. Remember when it was just 2 weeks to plan the curb, and 2 weeks became a few months, became all of 2020. All we had to do was just open up. But now, even as we're slowly doing it, you got a lot of people too scared of Corona to actually go back to work.
Well, that's one, but also there's people who are too stupid, and the money incentive is making that. That's what maybe these people are talking about. We said,
That too.
Yes. Again, great that you went back to the countryside because you might actually self-sustain yourself over there.
That's you.
Rachel. Yeah, unless we do something about the totalitarian regime here, which most people don't want to do. Most of them don't really got a future here.
Excuse me. Yep.
Right.
Rachel Trindio, Poland. I love making my own money and not relying on anyone. Yes, the stimulus check would be a plus for a lot of people in America, but I wouldn't want to quit my job over this because I just like being independent, not beholden to no people. Well, you are one of the few people who will think like us.
You heard the individuals.
Yeah. Yeah. Zahan Angela. Again, and again a lot of more unique names than usual. Again, Poland. This is nuts. It seems like Biden wants everybody to be dependent on the government. No, it seems like that is what they want.
It is.
Yeah. They ain't doing ass because you weren't seeing ass because you were doing ass, as Chris Rock would say. Sorry.
Yep. I was like, hey, how can we turn these individuals into our slaves? Give them money.
Mm-hmm.
And then sell us out completely, China. Now we're banned.
Cy Blin, yeah, Cy Blin from France. Watched your show last night. Watched your show last night. I wish more people could see the evidence that you produce. I'm like, again, I'm not a journalist. I am not a journalist, but I do show more citing and homework than most people. I have.
Yeah. Again, as I've said this before. I feel like now I have more. I feel I'm seeing more credibility in enthusiasts than professionals, and not just any enthusiast. I mean, enthusiasts that actually uses their brain or common sense.
Yep.
Or have more integrity than the professionals themselves. I digress.
Macarene Org. My 2 cents. I agree with you, bro. The stimulus is a distraction. I think he's talking about Aniston when he said that. It's happening right in front of our faces while other stuff is going on behind our backs. So I think he's talking to you, Aniston, when you said that. It's a distraction. He's correct.
Yep.
Aniston said it. And I believe it too. Yeah. It's a distraction.
We need to check. We need to check. We need to check. Well, you got to check. What now? Spend. Then what?
Hey man, I need to get those new Jordans.
A friend of mine asked, a rich friend of mine asked me this question and said, because they make too much money, so they're not getting a stimulus check. They said, well, why is it okay? They don't get the money, but why they give it to the to be honest, here's the thing: the stimulus. People who are middle class and lower. So if you're like me, like in a below 75,000, just below 75,000, and whatever, and making that money. The upper part of that thing is going to use the money wisely to pay off debts, save the money, or put it in the stock market. Everybody else below that budget is going to spend the money. That literally is what the stimulus means. You need to stimulate the market, and most of those people who get that money are going to. It's easy come, easy go. That's what they're going to do. The problem is, though, it gives a false bump because everybody's spending the money around the same time in the year. So it's not a factual thing. It's a false floor they just put in ready to for it. So if you try to compare it to next quarter or the same time next year, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Let me see. Derek Venice from UK. I had a friend who quit his job at a what do you call warehouse store. He recently got because he said that he was making more off unemployment than with all the COVID relief. Yeah, I mean, again, they're choosing that stupidity. They don't understand that's going to happen. And then again, but they're going to say before. And then a lot of these people say they don't want to hire me because I'm black, no, or I'm Asian, or well, I'm not Asian. Let's be honest. They're not going to hire me because I'm black or I'm Hispanic. No, because you quit the job and you have a gap in your system. Once I figure out why you did that, why would I hire you?
Hire you?
Ain't because of what your race is. It's because you don't have a good history. It's just like that same lady that we're talking about when I said about the whole thing with Washington Post when she was, and I was questioning her and she was talking about whole my friend didn't get a job because she didn't get a house loan because they think she's black and all that stuff. Okay, if that's the case, then she could sue him. But I don't think you're telling me the whole story. When I dig down further and further, I found out that she had a what do you call it? She had a what do you call it again? It's not a bankruptcy.
Not insurance. I was about to say insurance. No.
No. I don't think you would know what it would be. Trip. It's Oh yeah, a bill that went into collection.
Oh yes, that's it.
So she had a bill that had to go into collection, and I'm like, okay, well they see that. That's a problem. That means that they had a bill that was a problem. I told her, okay, if that's, and she's like, well, I mean, that should not be a thing. I said, do you know how much money it is? I mean, it could be for $25 or it could be for $25,000. I don't know. And she's like, well, I don't know I don't know how much the delinquency was. Well, there you go. So that's why they didn't give her that's why they didn't give her the thing. Not because she's black. Stop that.
Yeah, that's always gonna be the excuse in perpetuity.
It's like the easiest excuse should always be the lost one.
Jake Carroll from UK. After watching the show last night, you should, and I have bought your music. You should get a Grammy. I'm like, no.
No.
I don't think I thank you, but I thank you for the music. Of course, like I said, I am a musician. I've done music albums in the past. If they wanted to give me the Grammy, like I said, I won't be a jerk about it, like not go there. But I will say what I got to say on stage, but they would never want me to do that. So that's one. But they would never. They would never. No, they won't. No. But thank you, and thank you for buying the album again. I am working on some new music. And the 20th anniversary of TT Records is next year. Watch out for the next album from Shuffle Lines. But if anybody want to check out the old stuff, if you on Amazon or iTunes or Pandora, whatever, Shuffle Lines Instant Classic. That's the last album that will be put out. Official album that we put out. Sadly, came in 2012. It's good music. Still to this day, you can still have fun with. But yeah, we're working on new stuff. Don't trust me. We're back in the studios and we're working on it. That's why you see all this stuff behind mine. It's not only for shooting video, but this is also my recording studio. And I had a couple of people come in and record their songs already. So we're working on it. So let's see. Let me see any more here.
No backstage pass though.
I got you. Christine De Ray from UK. Another person watched the show last night. I'm telling you, Project Over Mic is a good show, people. If you want to, this is a good show too. But yeah, I don't do the what I'm doing right now through the Project Over Mic because I just want to get my stuff out. Here it is, you guys, whatever. And again, more people watch Project Open Mic through Temporary FM than anything else. But again, I'm casting the biggest net that I can. Yeah, subscribe. Like Anderson would say, subscribe. You just subscribe. You don't gotta watch it on, and you can still go back and watch it on Temporary FM or Twitch or wherever you want to watch it on. Just do that. But I'm gonna cast the biggest net I can to get anybody to watch stuff.
But it seems like the easiest place to share is from YouTube, because a lot of the user base is bigger.
Yeah, but Christina says. Christina said, listen to your show last night. It was very informative. I like the way that you talk about a lot of issues with the government. But the part that made me laugh is when you play the clip with Andrew Cuomo. And yes, I can't help it. Every time anybody says, not like me or any of the kids here, but anytime I do a story and they call Andrew Cuomo, you're going to hear this clip.
You piece of loser.
Yes, Chip, don't worry. I played it. That clip that clip is gonna be attached to Andrew Cuomo because he is a piece of S. Him and you say Gavin Newsom, I'll play the same thing too because he's also a piece of S loser. We don't really talk about Meg Whitman a lot, but she's one too. But yeah, but I'm just saying that. Yeah, but Andrew Cuomo, yes, because again, all these women coming out. Like I said it last night, I'm not trying to be a jerk or nothing. All these women are coming out harassing. I think, like Edison said, it's a distraction. I care about that he killed 15,000 people. That's what I care. That's why he should impeach nothing, go to jail. He need to go to jail.
Well, I say impeach and go to jail for that.
Yeah, despicable.
They're gonna focus more on that because they focus on the nursing home deaths. Then again, it goes back to the Orange Man.
Yep. Let me see. Carlton Cooper from Germany. Well said. It is sad that people don't want to work. but they will let their stimulus make stupid decisions. You can't survive off of $1,400 alone. Oh yeah, we know
Thank
that.
you.
We know that. And as Konoshi said, $8,000. We know that, and $24,000 a year. $24,000 a year you can't survive off of. But it's just stupid to make that decision because that's not like that. You got that money, but next year, what are you gonna do? And if the market does crash, what the hell you are gonna do?
Who's gonna do? Yeah. What's your fallback? You know what? In a way, how they're using the stimulus check. I feel like the stimulus check is like a version of Viagra.
Got you. It is. Michael White from UK. I watched Tucker Carlson. He made a good point. Why is the government taxing us when they all pay for all the money they print for all the money that they're printing? Because they can. That simple answer is because they can.
Yes, we can.
Stop.
They're making it easy for me.
I know. Isaiah Alexis from Egypt. Then AI will step up, and now people will be AI will step up, and now people will definitely lose their jobs. This is a scheme that people aren't understanding in the bigger picture. Yes, they're not. They're not. So.
Hey, have you seen those automated machines in the McDonald's store back in Japan?
Yep.
That leaves the question, once that happens, what's the person to do? Just stand around doing nothing?
Apparently so.
All right, you know what? I'll respect this, and this will be the last. This will be the last. Whatever. Cause you wrote something, so let me read you this. This is a little one. This one has a little length to it. Gina Luis Matos from Portugal. This just happened to me. I got a notice from my boss 2 days ago that my service is no longer needed due to not work. I work at in the hospital field, and now I am so confused because they told me to collect for now if you can't find another job. The thing is, I 40 can't find a job, and I'm a hard worker, but like you said, why people are gonna keep busting my butt to get laid off again and again? Can't make double income right on now on unemployment. I love to work, but I also need to make meets end. And if I make more on unemployment, and I know why my family and I will be able to do with the UBE and not for no, it is a
UBI,
UBE.
but
Okay.
Well, could be UBI, but maybe it's UBE where they're at. I'm just
yeah.
Not for not for a way to making half of that. I almost feel forced to stay on unemployment for my family's sake.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
see, here's the thing. Okay. So far, it's longer than that. But I'll say this: going to what Konoshi just said, you got laid off. That's a different story.
Yeah.
You didn't quit. From so far that I read, you ain't quit. You got laid off. That's a different story. Just saying. Let me read the rest of it just so we can get a full sake. So you got to do unemployment for the sake of my family. I get that. I am the type of person that has been working since I was 16 years old. I'm almost 40 now. This is
hard worker.
This is the first time I've ever been laid off. Again, you've been laid off. That's a different situation. But yeah, you've been. This is the first time I've been. Let me see. I lost my spot because it's so long. Give me a second. Okay, the first time. Yeah. Okay, let me just go back from here because that's a little bit. I'm the type of person that work hard. I've been working since 60. I'm almost 40. This is the first time I've been laid off ever that I have any time I've ever worked. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I hate depending on the government, But it's not just about me anymore. I have to make sure my family is okay. And if unemployment pays me more, then what choice do I have? Again, like we just stated, I understand that you gotta do what you gotta do best for you. Okay. Again, and your situation is different from these people, so you're outlier.
Yes.
I live I lived in a cardboard box if I had to, but I can't gamble with my family's livelihood. If I feel like a slave to the system right now, and I feel like a slave to the system right now, I've never been in a
Yeah.
situation like this, but where I have to bow down to risk to my own family not being okay. If it's just to is it just me, or does it do I do my story different because I stay out of the grind, but what was making me what I was making wouldn't support my whole family. I do not have kids I don't have kids to collect. So there you go. So you're kind of like me. Like I don't have kids, but I do support my family. So yeah, you're like in my situation. I don't have children either. I don't have kids to collect, but I do take care of my elderly grandparents and my brother. And
Uh,
I inherited a building where we can afford to maintain. So where does that leave us? Who wants to go out and grind, but needs the logical it needs to be logical about what could happen in the future if I don't try to make the most out of this money that we get. If I feel trapped right now because I want to work because it makes double employment, I just don't want to depend on the government. I never was before, and right now it's my backup. I'm against it. I'm against a rock and a hard place, and I'm extremely apprehensive of what's to come. By the way, I agree with what you're totally on what's your work mentality and ethics. I'm the same, but holy crap, my situation just and again, your situation is special to you. All right, Gina. So I get that. I understand that, and I feel for you. But you got laid
did you?
off.
Yeah.
That's one.
Did
That's a big difference there. Go ahead,
yeah.
Chip.
Yeah. Is it? Did you write that she inherited an apartment?
Let me see. Go back to it. Yes, they're basically inherited a building where we can't afford to play and maintain.
Uh,
They just say building. I don't know if it's a house. I don't know. I just don't know. That's just what she wrote.
Because I'm like, if there's a way that she could rent it out for the time being,
I mean, if it's a place,
for us.
if that's her main place of stay, how's she gonna rent it out? If that's the main, I'd like to say, I'm just taking it as is what it
Yeah.
is. I'm not going too deep because I don't have enough information. But the information that she provided, the only thing I could say is, if you're a hard worker, that's good on you. Keep on grinding, find a job somewhere.
Yes.
But all right, do not seriously do not think that the government will take care of everything for you. At this time, this snapshot in time where you're at right now, do what's best for you. But as you say, you got to plan for your future. Yes, tomorrow's not, as Anderson and Kenoshi and Alva said, tomorrow's not guaranteed. But okay, but if you do live to see tomorrow, you still have to live. You have another 24 hours. You got to live. So you best to have something than nothing.
Because I was about to say, all right, it's like easy, it's easy to say that it being that situation, but it's like improvise. Uh, look what you have, and see if you can use something out of it. It could be almost anything. Because when I say anything, that means even the bad stuff, that's a no-no. But yeah, um, yeah, it's like find something in your surroundings, and work what you got. Or see if others needs help around that that there's a possibility that you might make money out of. But yeah, that's as far as I can go.
I got you. I said I was the last one. I'll do this quick. Um, Matt Break from Germany says your last couple of videos have been really good. I'm happy that I've been turned on to your show on Tempo FM. Thank you. Basically following what that woman just right, Rihanna Lorraine said, unfortunately, it's sad what happened to you. It's what's happening to you, but dig into what don't dig into what the government is. You'll find something else to do and listen to what the guy said, which is what we just said right there. Thank you, Rihanna, because that's what the instant post that was quickly right there. Eric Barnes, quickly. I am 63-year-old Black American retired military. I got he's from New York. I got my $1,400 stimulus check. It will almost make one house payment for a month. True. I mean, my 14 stimulus ain't gonna make my house payment. It will cover 75, close to 75%. Maybe close to 75% if I have my stimulus check. Ain't gonna cloud my thing though.
Yeah.
But here's the part of the reason I'm reading this. I have a niece that is no good. Has problems,
Right.
drugs, consistently pregnant, 7 kids. And
Oh,
Damn.
and she
You a
has-
black man? Sorry.
Well,
okay, that's
Are you a
assuming.
black man or a Mexican?
No, he said. Well, I got what you're saying. No, but remember the welfare. Remember the woman that have 18 kids in Florida. She was black. I mean, no Mexican nothing. She and her doper live in the She and a doper live to get their checks too. They have never held a real job. They have nothing to give to the future. Zero. And they got their $12,600 check. Wow. Makes me worry.
Wow.
Makes me wonder why I even try. Dang. Now that's why I wanted to read that. That's sad, man. I got you. That sucks. It really sucks.
It's like you want to disown them, but then 7
you gonna
kids
disown them.
suffer as well.
The hell with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You cold. That's what it is. Hey, I didn't ask for those kids to be popped out by them. I've done that. Literally, have done that myself. And one of my cousins, they were like, "Oh, don't you feel bad for you? She choose him. What the? Did he rape her? No, she violently opened up her legs. Then what's my what? I should feel a problem? Nope. No. I wasn't there. So don't hit me with that nonsense. So, oh man, I feel what you guys said, but that's a lot of money. They got $12,600. Yeah, jeez, it's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of money.
One check. Yeah, I just hope they're smart enough to do something with it.
Wait, stop. Why you do that? I just told you the situation. They're not smart enough. No. Stop that.
To be honest, I wish I was that person. Just yank that money off from them, and that.
I wish they were smart enough. We already see they put themselves in a bad situation. They're not smart enough, so I'm not giving them the benefit of a doubt.
Trip to get a slap. That woman gets a slap for every kid she has.
Oh, good grief. Anyway, thanks you guys for joining us tonight again. We had about 4,600 people listening us live on Tempo FM. Thank you for giving us your time, your ears for hearing us out. Basically, we're just gonna have a little final thoughts. So I'll go around. Anderson, what's your final thoughts?
If there is a tomorrow, you gotta actually fight for it.
Okay. I'll give that. I'll give that at all. All right. Kenoshi, what about you, sir? Final thoughts.
Build yourself and build your communities, rather than relying on the federal government to save you. Put into yourself and put into your neighbors.
Well, hell, look at what's going to Washington, D.C. since the insurrection thing and shut down Washington, D.C. almost 80% of the jobs, restaurants, stores, everything would never be opened up again.
God.
Yeah, because
That's
the
nice.
government. Yep, that was nice. Yep. So, that's how sucky it is.
Not a
Tri-
tourist location anymore.
Well, it ain't Triple M. What about? Well, yeah, but that's true. But I always said that Washington D.C. is a dichotomy. It's the richest city in America and it's the poorest city in America. There's no in between. If you work for the government, you make tons of money. If you don't work for the government, you're screwed out of luck and you're poor as hell. But what about you, Trip? Final words, final thoughts, as you say?
Well, all I can say, as I said before, even if it all looks grim, as long as you still have your limbs, your fingers, and a opposable thumb, you can always think of something and try to improvise. Way to sustain yourself. And the best thing you can do is never give up.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, and again, to the lady Gina, like I said, and Trip just said, don't give up. It happened. It sucks. All right, it does. But do what's best for you for right now. But really, keep on searching and try hard to find out a job because again, the well will run dry.
Yep, you can get knocked down, but you have to get back up.
Yeah, but the well will run dry if you depend on the government. Never depend on other people for your happiness, because you will be let down. So keep on working hard, Gina. But for me, that's it. That's my final thought to her. Happy that you shared your story there, and thank you all the people who said that they enjoyed last night's show as well. Again, you know how it goes. Basically, now, like I said, it's gonna be a video that goes up basically Tuesday. So I'm not gonna get a time frame on it. Also, the video I did, which was the last video about the Grammys, and how Grammys have been sucking lately. So you get that.
Lately?
Well, yeah, no, because again, I used to watch the Grammys. I'll be honest, I used to watch the Grammys, not in the 13s and the 20s, back in the 2000s.
I stopped watch the Grammys right before the 2000s.
Okay, well, like I said, I watched it in the 2000s because that's when I started my TV record, so it was still good and everything and working with people. But anyway, yeah. So you have the video like that, and of course Thursday, I already set a schedule on Twitch for the people who are listening to Twitch. Thursday at 9 p.m. American Eastern Time, we're gonna have Desperate Project open mic shows, and of course 9 o'clock Eastern Time Friday is what you see right now. It is basically the side chat. With that said, of course, people are evil no matter what. What people talk about, like evil comes in all shapes, size, color, creed, sex, gender. I mean, no difference. Evil's evil. The rich, like I said, I'm going to talk about some tax stuff again. You'll see that individual videos about that. And last but not least, like I always say, people are stupid, individuals smart. Please be that smart individual. Okay? The only way you can fight to do stuff better for yourself. All right? But with that said, peace out. Have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Good night.
Good night.